Hi everybody. So this is assignment one, and I'm doing this from my office space in my little apartment, which basically is my office, at home anyway. So what I'm going to do in this is I have, you can see me kind of looking off to the side. I have pulled up on my desktop the assignment as I posted it for you, and I'll just kind of go through it, so you'll sort of see me looking off to the side and scrolling through, and I'll just try to clarify some things and elaborate on a few things, stuff like that. So this is it's an experiment, and I'd really like your input. Tell me how it goes. Okay. Alrighty. So housekeeping things. Oh, actually, before that, it said here, this lesson number one, get a dedicated flash drive, etc. This my computer crash has really been a pain in the neck. So I do back up at home. I didn't back up at the office. It's really caused me a lot of extra work. So try to back up. If you have your data from your study later on, after you start collecting data in the spring, you have data from your study stored on your computer and you lose it. You can't just like recreate it from your head. You have to go back and recollect it. So we don't want that to happen. Alrighty, so I've created, obviously, the blog where you're seeing this, and I think it would be really helpful if you have questions about assignments to go ahead and post them as comments to the assignment post on the blog, rather than I know that having two locations, Blackboard and the blog, might feel a little cumbersome. I'd like us to really try to use them both, but for different things. I'd like you to post assignments on the discussion board. I'd like to use Blackboard for the readings that I'm going to post for you. Basically, it's for document storage, okay? And because your assignment responses are documents, I'd like us to use that. We might do an assignment, I don't know yet, we might do an assignment that's kind of a video assignment. So one of the things I'd like you to try to think about is doing a comment to this video post that lets me know whether or not you have video posting capability. So in fact, if you could post it as a video, that'd be sweet. All right. So the way I'm doing my video posts is I do them through Photo Booth, I upload them onto YouTube, and then I post to the blog. I haven't quite figured out yet with my computer how I can just go directly to the blog. So that's something I'm going to be working on. But that's one way you can do it. Go to YouTube. All right. Go through YouTube. All right. So if you have questions about the assignments, please post them to the blog. And I will check the blog on Saturday morning around 10 and again on Saturday afternoon around 5. So if you have questions, post them then, because by then you only have Sunday to work. Don't wait till Sunday to post a question. Okay. I've also created a Flickr account. There's nothing in it right now. The login information for it is in the assignment post. But I was thinking, because there isn't a lot of built-in connection in the fall and spring, either in year 1 or year 2, to your artwork, I was thinking that might be a really great way for us to maintain a connection with each other artistically. I'm working on a drawing project right now. It's very low-level kind of stuff, but I will start posting my drawings, and it takes me a long time on them, not because they're super complex drawings, they aren't, but I'm just very busy, as I know all of you are. So don't look at this as an assignment. Look at this as almost like a friendly social space, the Flickr account. It's an experiment. We'll see if it works. Whatever. Now, I know that some of you may be drawing upon your artistic practice in your study, and if that's the case, I strongly encourage you to use that Flickr account, because if you're drawing on your artistic practice, you need to be producing artwork. That's just there, right there. Even if you're reflecting on your process, you need to be in the process of doing to be reflecting on that. So use the Flickr account I'll just say it's required if you're reflecting on your artistic practice for your study. Okay? And if you want to talk about that individually, we certainly can. The discussion board would be a possibility, or if you want to have a phone call or Skype call. My Skype info is Thomas B. N. I'll post that on Blackboard, my Skype name. All right, so the schedule for posting, a little bit different than we had talked about in the summer. I'm just concerned about time. So I'm going to be posting the assignments on Thursdays, including the video blog. I'll have up by Thursday afternoon. Hopefully I can get them up on Wednesday so they're there Thursday morning. But by Thursday afternoon, the assignment and video blog will be posted. I would like you to respond by midnight Sunday night to the assignments. And unless otherwise specified, that means posting to the discussion board, and I'll have a folder for each assignment. Then please respond to 2 individuals by Wednesday at midnight. Now, take a look. If you go to, like if you think, oh, I want to respond to so-and-so, and you go there and 2 people have already responded to so-and-so, go to somebody else, okay? We really want everybody to have my response plus 2 others. We really want kind of a convergence of feedback, okay? You guys are going to notice things. I mean, I see this all the time with students. You guys notice things and think about things that I do not. And it is really critical that you have each other's feedback. You know, you guys know each other a lot better than I know you. I'll get to know you this semester and next, but you also have different backgrounds than I have. So all of us coming together is super important. Now, that said, these responses take some time. So I would like you to try not to respond to 2 people on the same day. I mean, sometimes the schedule won't allow you to like respond to somebody on Monday and somebody else on Tuesday, or somebody on Monday and somebody on Wednesday, but try not to do 2 people on the same day. I want you to really engage with these responses, all right? Really think about them, because your feedback for your colleagues really matters. It's not only good for them, it's good for you too. It really helps you think analytically. So the kinds of things to be thinking about are not only how well your colleague is communicating, but be thinking about what kinds of assumptions are built into their thinking. How can you help them expand their perspective by offering another viewpoint? What these responses should not be is a love fest. I mean, not to say that they need to be like, what are you doing? That's not what they should be either. They absolutely should be a way to say, here's what you're doing really well, and this is why I think it's well done. This is what you're doing well and why it's well done. This is important. What is working and why it's working. They also need to be, just like a studio critique, they need to be a way of helping someone see places where you, as the receiver of the information they've been providing, are not quite getting it, or you can see a gap or a hole that maybe they haven't recognized. This is really important. I want to give you kind of an outside example. In any kind of piece of scholarly writing that you read, like in Studies in Art Education or in Art Education Journal or Visual Arts Education, anything like that, the way the process works for that is somebody writes something, they send it off to the journal sends it to 3 other people who read it and respond, and it's the same kind of response. These articles virtually never get accepted without the responders, the reviewers, saying, you might want to think about this, that doesn't seem to make sense, you say this, but then later you say that, and those things seem to be at odds. Can you somehow either rectify them or say why they're at odds? You know, those kinds of things. So any piece of writing that you read that's published is really not just the work of one person. It's really a communal effort. And so we need to receive the feedback that we're getting from our colleagues in that vein, you know, as a communal effort, but also offer it in that vein too. Okay? So let's see. It's responses. So I laid out that PQP format, praise, question, polish, in the assignment. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions, just post a comment to the blog.